Hey everybody, another GMG review. It's part 4 of my Battletech Gothic review today, and now we're taking a look at the miniatures that come in here. We have 8 very cool, very different, very weird, grim, dark battle mechs that come in this sort of 2-player starter set for this Battletech Continuum game, set in an alternate Battletech universe where the development of grafting technology, basically splicing genes into like alien megafauna and then sticking guns on them, kind of like bad guys from Doom, has led to galactic war on a huge scale. Now, a lot of the same similar events happen in the history of Battletech itself, so classic Battletech. But we are in a grimmer, darker, more feudal sort of system now, and the miniatures reflect that. We have 8 different miniatures in here. We have a Firestarter, which is a sort of like flamethrower mech. It applies heat and energy damage to stuff. It's covered in different flamethrowers. It's got this crenellated sort of like helm to it. Almost looks dwarven king crab with its like sort of grilled mask here, knightly style mask. And then all this filigree along the top here, as well as some little banners. I do appreciate the little banners. I think they're cool. They add kind of like a feudal sort of like look to it. Rifleman. This is the one where I'm like, what? I do like his helmet, his knightly helmet, and the almost like cathedral-like pauldrons on the legs. But this like flayed end of the gun, I just think is hilariously goofy. I don't know why it makes me laugh so much. And a few random spikes and stuff on the legs here. And then our Marauder, again, more banners on the side. He's got some sort of like crenellated, almost like fangs here on his face. And then his big old AC on the top. Shields, holding those banners on the end. And it does look like these are of course brand new digital sculpts that have been cast in hard plastic. Not a lot of mold lines on these either. One I hadn't seen before in its regular classic Battletech form is the Scorpion. Not a lot necessary to make this thing look weird and grim and dark. It's a walking crab tank with a little like seat up top here. It's got some, again, sort of like almost cathedral like buttresses here on its legs. And then like just like ribbing, basically plastic ribbing all along it to kind of make it look like it's wearing pantaloons, I would say. Can't have a starter set without an urban mech, and look at this gallant little fellow with his giant AC, huge autocannon. He looks like a walking castle at the best of times, and they've added a lot of little filigree and stuff to add to that as well. So yeah, if you want the guy who almost fits in the best here, the fact that he's basically a walking trash can and looks like a turret that's come to life, it fits the urban mech for sure. Again, the little flanges in the gun I think are a little goofy. Makes it a little more steampunk I think than grim dark, but I get they were going for. More little like sort of banners on the side and stuff too. And then finally a Phoenix Hawk. What can I say about this design? This is the one that I think fits the least in the grim darkness, although the head is kind of knightly. I like the head. The fact that this is, you know, in my head always going to turn into a jet plane because it's a Robotech style. I can't not see this as a Veritech fighter, and so the little weird like additions, I like this one the least if I'm being honest. It's the least sort of like monstery knightly, even though it's the most bipedal. I think I would have gone with something. I think I would have gone with like Wolverine or, you know, like a Griffin even, like over this guy. Because this guy's just so iconic outside of Battletech. I think that would have been a better choice for a mech design for the starter set, but it's still fine. And then this guy, and this is the important one. This is the one we're gonna look at for a second because this is the Atlas, and you might notice he's missing his head and then 3 details and a back plate. And that's because this box set comes with 5 different sets of accessories to make this into the realm that you wanna have it in. You get the Realm of Blood and Steel, which is the Ironclad Alliance, the Realm of the Endless Dynasty, the Violet Crux, the Free Leagues basically, the Blood Dragon, the Draconic Imperium, which is the Draconis Combine, the Realm of the Celestial Throne, the Golden Unity, and the Realm of the Blazing Light, the Shining Kingdom of Avalon. And each of these is going to have a cool little accessory. So you get 3 different plates, which are all fitting that house, which you'll have to clip off the sprue. So I was really interested to see if these came with actual sprues, and then a separate head and back plate piece that slides in. So you can see for the Kingdom of Avalon, it's like literally a head with a crown and the little back banner. It's gonna stick on him here and then fold into his back plate. So I'm not gonna get clippers and clip all these out. I'm just gonna kind of show you, right? These would go in each of these little sections and then you'll have to clip them out to place them in. But there's the first one. Here's our Realm of the Celestial Throne. This is Lao. They got that little like a terracotta warrior crest and back banner. And then little Lao-based plates to go in there too, which I like. The Combine. So the Draconis Combine here. And these are the guys that are literally turning themselves into snake people. So they get a weird little like almost Oni head with little horns. And their back banner has obviously a weird dragon on it. And then more little plates to place on there. The Realm of the Endless Dynasty, the Violent Cracks. I think I like this one the least, mostly because I just think he's wearing a silly hat. He's got a silly Pope hat. There he is. He's got a silly Pope hat on. And he's got some wings. This is supposed to be the Free Leagues? I don't know. I don't know about the Pope hat. And then it's the little Sphinx, right? As the little Illuminati Sphinx on here. The Riddle Me This Sphinx. And then finally, we have the Realm of Blood and Iron, which would be the Steiners. And they've got this big like football helmet and then spiked pack. So as far as which one I think looks the best, I'll be honest, I'm thinking the Draconis Imperium. I really like that horned helmet. I don't love the Free Leagues as much, the silly Pope hat, but because it's so silly, I'm tempted to just do that one too. The Steiner one's cool as well. What I'm gonna do is because I'm gonna paint all these up as a single force. I could do two forces as well. No, I'll probably do a single force. I'm gonna let I'm gonna let the patrons pick which of these heads I do for this Atlas in a poll on Patreon. So if you're a GMG patron, go pick which of these I paint. I was also tempted to be like, I could just hot swap these, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna keep the additional extra ones separate and maybe use them as like objective markers or something, or have like a little trophy rack for this guy with the various different heads. I thought about doing these as privateers too, which is the mercenary units for this game. And I do have some different, like you can see here, I've got different privateer like Marauder helms and stuff here as well. And even Unistar, but I don't have I feel like Unistar wouldn't be in the Gothic style because they would have like Star League style mechs. So I can kind of do Unistar as the opposing force for this, which is the not word of Blake, the word of Toyoma. And then use like actual Comstar mechs for it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna pick one of the houses, of the patrons vote on which one I do, and then I'll make Unistar as the opposite. I'll just use Comstar mechs. I'll use Unistar as the defending force, so I have two forces in this universe to play with. And then hopefully at some point we get abominations, like actual abomination miniatures. I'm sure someone's gonna design some, even if they don't release them, to play with. So there it is. I'll look at the miniatures. I'm happy with them. I just think the Phoenix Hawk is the one iconic design I probably wouldn't have gone with. I think the rest translate okay. Obviously this guy's a little bit goofy, but I like the fact they put him on a hollow stand so he can fit inside his square. And the Urban Mech is just delightfully stupid, as it always is. So there you go. If you're a GMG patron, go on Patreon today, and you can vote for which of these houses, or which of the great realms I'm going to paint up my my lances as, and then we'll do Unistar as the opposing bad guy. Because, you know, the word of Toyoma, the evil space cult that's got the remnants of the Terran hegemony and the Star League Defense Force as its the Peacekeeper Corps, the Star League Knights and Peacekeepers defending them. So there it is, the final review for Battletech Gothic. And you'll see more of this in the future with Let's Play, doing the 3 scenarios as well. But thanks for watching. Thanks now, Nash.